السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد، يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أيها المسلمون، اعلموا أن الجنة حق وأن النار حق وأن الله يبعث من في القبور. أما بعد، يقول الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us في سورة البقرة بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. My dear brother and sister of Islam, I began by saying all praises, all gratitude and all thanks belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we seek refuge in Allah from the sin that we commit and the faults within ourselves. Whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide, no one could misguide. And whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leave astray, no one could guide. We bear witness there is no deity worthy to worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we bear witness indeed Prophet Muhammad alayhi afdal wa azka salam is final and his last messenger. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless Prophet Muhammad and his family and his companion and whoever follow him until the judgment day. Allahumma ameen. I shared with you a couple of verses from the Holy Quran. The first verse from Surah Al Imran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us, "Oh, you believe, fear Allah as who should be feared and die not unless you are in the state of Islam." The second verse from Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he addressed us by saying, "O mankind, worship your Lord who created you and those who were before you, so that you may become a pious." My dear brother and sister of Islam, today's khutbah, inshallah, it will be about the verse from Surah Al-Dhariyat, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا يَعْبُدُونَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We, brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us here, I have created the jinn and the ins for one thing and one thing only, is to worship me. Period. Nothing else. Brother and sister, so ما هي العبادة? What is worshiping Allah? What is it all about? What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demand and command from us in the Holy Quran? Is it only the prayer, zakah, fasting, Bayt al-Hajj, to perform Hajj, and do the shahada, and this is basically it. Some of us, we focus on that and we leave everything else outside. And that's absolutely wrong. So we're going to correct that today as much as we can. Brother and sister, ibadah, that everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves and commanded us in the Holy Quran, that's what ibadah is. Everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. And also ibadah, brother and sister, that everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid us from doing in the Holy Quran, and you stay away from it as far as you can, that's ibadah. Because you are obeying Al-Hayy Al-Qayyum Al-Wahid Al-Ahad Allah. You notice Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Dhariyat, He said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ. He said jinn first before ins. What does that mean? That means He created al-jinn before the human being, before us on earth. To do what? To worship Him. The ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And by the way, the jinn, there is some of them are kafir, and there is some of them are Muslim, and some of them are good, and some of them are bad. Just like the human being. Not every human being on earth is Muslim. And not every human being is kafir. So there is difference. So brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how did He create al-jinn? What He created from? Al-jinn, brother and sister, been created from nar, flame, fire. That's what it's been created from. And their job is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-jinn. And the human being, brother and sister, we do have a choice. We can, some of us they worship, and some of us they do not. So we have a choice. Angels, they have no choice. Their job is day and night or to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there's nothing else. Let me share with you from Surah Al-Rahman, بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He tells us how He created the human being is from salsal, which is clay. And again, the jinn is from nar. So brother and sister, I want to bring to attention, we are not the only creation on earth that worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indicates that with Surah Al-Nur, and He indicates that everything between the heavens and the earth worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in its own way. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows how they worship and prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do not know how they do it, but Allah knows. And let me share that with you from Surah Al-Nur. بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم تر أن الله يسبح له من في السماوات والأرض والطير صافات كل قد علم صلاته وتسبيحه والله عليم بما يفعلون. Don't you see that everything between the heavens and the earth praise Allah, as do the birds with their wings spread out. Everyone knows their way of praying to Allah and praises Allah, and Allah knows well what they do. So brother and sister, so what else beside what I was saying? Like for example, Salah, you came here today, ta'bud Allah. This is your main purpose. You came here to worship and prostrate, ibadah. The Salah, ibadah, there's no ifs or buts about that, and it's one of the most important things. But brother and sister, when you do an ibadah, you need to focus on your salah. Comprehend and understand what you are really saying. Some of us, we stand praying and you're really conducting business with yourself and thinking of doing something else, and the salah become completely mechanical. Just like driving a car. You could be driving a car and then also eating or on the phone, and the driving become mechanical. So salah should not be mechanical. You should be spiritual with your heart and understanding what you are saying. Also paying zakat is worshiping Allah, because it's one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to do. Siyam, brother and sister, is also ibadah. And also Hajj, ibadah. You go in there to worship Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So brother and sister, also being patient and sabr is ibadah. If you lost one of your family member or someone you love and you care about, do not say, God, why me? What did I do to deserve this? And you get angry and upset. No, where is the sabr that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded and asked you to be patient when you face difficulty, when you face hurdles, to be sabr, to calm down, and then accept Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Baqarah بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh you believe, seek help through patience. You notice the sabr came before salah, and we know salah is very important. That when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the sabr before salah, we understand it's quite important, it's equivalent to salah, because you accepted Allah's decree. So also what else beside that? Also to be truthful and saying the truth. That's also ibadah. I'm giving you what it's ibadah is all about, is to say the truth. Do not be a false witness. To say, yes, I saw, and you have not seen anything. And you're accusing someone along with someone. It could be in a gathering at home, or it could be in a courthouse, and you're doing false testimony. That's haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid us from doing that. We must say the truth. We need to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as-sadiq al-wa'd al-amin. This is what he was known with. So brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Furqan بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَشْهَدُونَ الزُّورَ وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِاللَّغْوِ مَرُّوا كِرَامًا. The one they do not false witness. And then also وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِاللَّغْوِ, also al-lagwi huwa backbiting, in vain conversation, talking about someone in his absence or his present, and you are listening. That's lagw. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid us. So when you stay away from lagw, you are performing ibadah. You are performing ibadah because you are listening what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded and demanded from us in the Holy Quran, which is written in the Holy Quran many times about not listening to Allah. So brother and sister, also you're not supposed to have any sexual contact with anyone except your spouse. And then you refrain from looking at the haram, speaking haram, going to the internet and seeing things haram, going to the beach for the purposes to commit sin and look at the sisters in there. This is also haram. So when you refrain from doing this, what are you performing? Ibadah. Because it's being commanded and ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I would like to remind you about Prophet Yusuf alayhi after salam. When he had an opportunity and he was cornered by the minister of Egypt, his wife, and she wanted to seduce him and have advances with him, what did he do? He surrendered and he said, okay? No. He stopped her and he's on track and run away from her. And he said, no, I got nothing to do with this lady. So what is he was performing? Ibadah. So when you are obeying, brother and sister, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is being transferred to ibadah. Also salat ar-rahim. When you're connecting with salat ar-rahim, it's ibadah. When you're being kind to your parent, it's ibadah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demanded from us many times in the Holy Quran about birr al-walidayn. So when you be kind to your parents, be kind to your spouse, be kind to your children, be kind to your neighbor, and be kind to the people in general. The mass in general, also ibadah. Let me share that with you from Surah Al-Baqarah بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا تعبدون إلا الله. That's the order. لا تعبدون إلا الله. وبالوالدين إحسانا وذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وقولوا للناس حسنا. وقولوا للناس حسنا. This is what I was describing, to say something nice to the people as well. And if you have nothing to say, be quiet and don't say anything. Let me remind you what there's a situation I was put in a few months ago, and it was a reminder for me and also a reminder for you. I have gas stations, and then one of my constantly we have difficulty finding employees. And then I was in Costco parking lot. And then a guy approached me with a gas can, and I'm sure a lot of you faced it or seen it. Comes in with a gas can, and he said, well, can you give me a couple dollars to put gas in my in the can so I can get my car started and so on. Immediately I remember I seen him all over my gas stations, and you guys all seen him. Some of them are false and some of them are true. I'm not gonna say all of them are false. And then I kind of get upset because I have even difficulty finding employees to work for me. And this guy looks very healthy. Nothing wrong with him. Why don't you work? I told him, why don't you go find a job and work? I cannot even find employees, and here you go find a job. I refused to give him money. And then after I finished, I kind of regret what I said. I said I should have been good and calm and not doing that. I go back to my car, try to start my car up. Guess what? Car doesn't want to start. It's dead. Oh my God. That's a very fast impact. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is waking me up. Why did you being harsh to this guy? Immediately. And then the guy comes and approached me and he said, you cannot get your car started, huh? I said, yeah. I said, can I help you? Shall I go bring my car and give you a jump? I said, wow. I really felt really bad. And it was a reminder for me and for you, if you don't have something kind to say, learn to be quiet. Don't say anything. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam also tell us that. So remember, brother and sister, it's very important to be kind. Also, a shukr, thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's one of the biggest ibadah. Yesterday we had a wonderful feast which United States celebrate every year, and I have a lot of respect for the American people and the United States for stop working, closing their banks, closing their businesses, and their main purpose is to worship Allah and to say thank you Allah for the food and His bounty. I have a lot of respect for that holiday. And a lot of us, you had tons of food on your table. You had gravy, you have turkey, you have some heavy meat, you have lamb, you have dessert, and you ate like you were in the month of Ramadan, and you could not move after that. I had that experience yesterday, and I hope I never do it again. So brother and sister, in a situation like this, and there is some people, they cannot find a piece of bread with mildew on it to eat it. Did you really thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the table that you had yesterday? Or you've been invited, or you invite other? Did you really thank Allah? Say, God, thank you for the food. So thanking Allah, brother and sister, is very, very important. And we should take advantage of that, and not to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once a year. No. Or once a week, or once a month. For every breath that you are taking, you're supposed to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives us so many bounty and so many things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Nahl, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَغَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. If you try to count the bounty of Allah of one item, you will not be able to count one bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives us. So you look at the climate, how many different climates that we have. The real heat, real cold, humidity. If you want a really hot weather, go to Palm Springs. If you really want like very cold, go to Alaska. If you want high humidity, go to Dubai. There are so many choices that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, beside the food He's given you. He's given you a different climate. You can choose whatever you want. Also, I would like to bring to your attention, brother and sister, every day when you're praying 5 times a day, and you start with saying, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Do you understand what you are saying? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Is it really coming out of your heart to thanking Allah? It's the first surah in the Holy Quran. It tells you that shukr and thanking Allah is quite important. Also, I would like to remind you about the khatibs. Every khatib comes in here on every masjid that you go to. What is the first thing that you start with? Inna alhamdulillah, nahmadahu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh. What does that translate? That is very important. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he commanded from the khatibs to thank Allah first. And also toward the end of the khutbah, the khatib also says, اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزيدكم. Toward the end. From the beginning and the end is the same. What does that tell you? That thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not just important, it's quite important. Because you acknowledging, brother or sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the king. He is the giver. He is the sustainer. He's the awwal, He's the akhir. So also, brother and sister, there's a big difference Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us between shakir and ash-shakur. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us in Surah 7, اعملوا آل داود شكرا. اعملوا آل داود شكرا. وقليل من عبادي الشكور. That means there's a difference between shakir and ash-shakur. ما هو الشاكر؟ الشاكر, brother and sister, the thankful, the one he thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he received goodness, when he received promotion from his job, when he received a child, when anything good happened in his way. God, thank you, Lord, and he's so happy and excited. And then a shakur is the continuous, regardless what he had happened to him. If he lost his son, he say Alhamdulillah, because he could have lost two, but he lost what? If he got in an accident and he say Alhamdulillah. Why he said Alhamdulillah after accident? Because he's still alive saying it, because he is not dead. So you need to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala no matter what has taken place. Is it positive or negative? When you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will give you more and He will protect you. And let me share with you from Surah Ibrahim, بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم, وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you thank me more, I will give you more. So whatever you want from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever it is. If you want children, you want money, you want promotion, you want more food, thank Him. And then He will give you more, whatever you are asking for. And also, brother and sister, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he tells us, من لا يشكر الناس لا يشكر الله. Again, من لا يشكر الناس لا يشكر الله. How does that work for us? Because brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sent people to help you out. He's not going to come Himself to help you in person. He's not. Like if you say, God, I need help, I need food, I need, help me, I need some food. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's not going to bring you food. He's going to soften someone's heart to for him to give you money or to bring you food to your house. And then you need to thank that person with a sincere thankful, because you are thanking the giver, the one He sent it to you. So this is very, very important. And also, Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ وَاشْكُرُوا لِي وَلَا تَكْفُرُونَ. Remember me, I'll remember you. And thank me, and do not be among the disbeliever. And then, brother and sister, you need to put your thank you in action, not just with your tongue. You need to put your thank you in action. How are you going to put your thank you in action? For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you muscle, give you strength, give you power, and you see someone, his car doesn't want to start, it's blocking the road. So help him to push it out of the way. You're putting your thank you in action. You see someone so struggling, and he have no food, and he looks like he's very, very poor, and he can barely make ends meet, and you have a pocket of money, and you have a lot of money in the bank. Put your thank you in action. Give to this needy and give him money. So this is what I'm talking about, to put your thank you in action. Not just talking. Talk is cheap, but action, it speaks louder than word, brother or sister. Also, you could also thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with your heart, with your tongue, and with your salah. It's very, very important. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إن الله هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وخاتم الأنبياء سيدنا محمد عبد الله ورسوله. Brother and sister, we cannot thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enough. No matter what we do, until the day we die, we're not thanking enough. We must be very thankful, being preferred on the chosen creation on earth. Again, we need to be very thankful, being preferred and the chosen creation on the planet Earth. We are the one leading on the earth. Not the animals leading us. Not the birds are leading us. We are in control of our action. And we are controlled about what's happening on the earth to a degree. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us في سورة الإسراء بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ ورزقناهم من الطيبات وفضلناهم على كثير ممن خلقنا تفضيلا. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He tell us that we have carried you in the sea and also the earth, and we give you a lot of goods from our love to you, and also we put you in a high rank above every creation that we have on earth. So we should really be thankful, brother and sister. And also, ad-du'a is ibadah. When you are raising your hand and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for things, is ibadah. Because you are acknowledging that He is the power, He is the sustainer, He is the giver, He is the rich, He is al-ghani. And then when you're raising your hand and saying that it's very, very important, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and raise your hand, it's ibadah. This is part of ibadah. Let me share that with you here. بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم إن الذين يستكبرون عن عبادتي سيدخلون جهنم داخرين. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put al-ibadah and ad-da'wah is in one verse. Ad'uni and ibadati, both of them in one verse. See, this is what I want you to understand, that when you're raising your hand and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for things, I said, God, give me children. That's ibadah. God, help me to have a promotion in my job. Please, I need your help, Ya Allah. It's ibadah. Because you are returning to your maker. You're returning to your maker. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم اعف عنا وعن آبائنا وأمهاتنا من عذاب النار. يا منزل الماء من السماء يا مخرج النبات من الأرض يا من قلت للنار كوني بردا وسلاما على إبراهيم اعفو عنا وارحمنا وتقبلنا بواسع رحمتك يا رحمن يا رحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. يا مجيب الدعاء يا الله يا مجيب الدعاء يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم يا قوي يا عزيز يا من تقول للشيء كن فيكون. أدخلنا الفردوس الأعلى اللهم أمين. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزيدكم وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر
المستقيم ورحمكم الله. سووا فإن تسوية الصفوف من تمام الصلاة. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والله أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة لعلكم تشكرون. ألم يروا إلى الطير مسخرات في جو السماء ما يمسكهن إلا الله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يؤمنون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم تر أن الله يسبح له من في السماوات والأرض والطير صافات كل قد علم صلاته وتسبيحه والله عليم بما يفعلون ولله ملك السماوات والأرض وإلى الله المصير. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Enjoyed the khutbah. It's already on Facebook. My name is Ahmed Radwan. Share it when you listen to it again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, my dear respected brothers and sisters. Just a quick announcement. Thank you, Sheikh Ahmed Radwan, for leading us on the khutbah today. Just want to